Welcome to the T4 demonstrations regarding the ADM part 2. I'll now describe how the class structure tags differ from the control flow tags that we saw in the earlier demonstration. I'll also explain briefly why do they differ, what does the T4 do on the background to get its job done, and also introduce the include files. So let's continue from where we left on the earlier demonstration. Because the HTML causes my IntelliSense to be too rich on that side, I'll change the extension to the TXT for a while. I'll introduce a class blog, and I'll soon show you why. I'll use my paste bin again to prevent typos to paste some class definition. This doesn't have to be, actually. I'm presenting that we can also define rich structures such as classes here, but I can as well have my private string method. I can have any function block or method block here as well. I cannot have it in the control flow because this is actually generated within the single method call. I'll soon show you. But within the class block I can have basically any freedom of writing a code. It will be generated within the T4 engine within another nested class structure. So I'll add my class blog, and then I'll make some modifications here. I'll add here a call to my private string method to demonstrate the evaluation of that one, and then in the replacement I'll modify it a bit more so that I'll have my class get custom string called here that gets it input from the name, and that one away. Now when I save my file, it still generates just fine, but with calling the methods just as in any code. Now I'll show you what's so different between the class block and the control flow block. The T4 has two modes of operating. One is the immediate text templating file generator, but the other one is to have it pre-process the template but not yet to execute it. I'll change the tool to use the actual preprocessor. And once I enable it, it immediately changes the file extension to be something that it's actually being built. And if we go look to that file, we'll recognize the familiar structures, but actually it generates a class identically named to our template. It has one single virtual method, a transform text, that includes everything within our normal control flow block. So here's our hello world, system date time now, then we have my private string method call, all encapsulated with the normal writes to the output, and then the for each statement again. Now because this is a single method, we have very limited amount of coding structures we can introduce there. Hence we have the separate class block. And this is where our class block kicks in. It simply inputs our text within the class block here as is, but we can define the methods here, we can define any classes here to get the functionality here. So this is why we need to have separate class block from the control flow block. I'll briefly introduce the include files that we can use to achieve this as well. I'll add a new item, and by default the text templates does not recognize the include files, so I actually use a normal text file. I name it tt include example, and extension should be tt include. Then I'll simply cut and paste my class blog entirely from this file to here in the include file, and then I add simple statement to include my file. Nothing's changed here basically. Oh, I'll change the preprocessing out so we can see the output as is. So let's change this one to generator. So we are getting our txt file now back, and it shows exactly the same. We can go even and modify the include file here. Custom string included. Notice, by the way, that once I save this include file, nothing happens here because it does not process the template. Only after I either save this or choose right click and from the context menu run custom tool, we get it run, and now it evaluates the output. You get much more information from the internet and through the MSDN how these structures work, but I wanted to give you a very brief setup of how the T4 builds its functionality. This is end of part 2. Thanks for watching.